DJI has upgraded its sensor to a 1 by 1 inch square sensor, nearly 1 inch in size, supporting up to 420 frames per second recording. Compared to the previous generation's 1 by 3 inch sensor, this square sensor offers more flexible recording capabilities. For example, if you're unsure which social media platform you'll upload to, you can choose the newly added free crop mode to shoot 60 frames per second 1:1 aspect ratio video, which can then be losslessly cropped to commonly used ratios like 16:9, 9:16, 4:3, 3:4, eliminating the need to struggle with composition. The better sensor provides more detail, and the larger aperture allows for more light intake, making the Action 6's night scene performance more reliable than expected. To address this, a variable aperture was designed, allowing adjustment of the aperture size for different lighting conditions and desired depth of field. To simplify the selection process, DJI has set 4 aperture adjustment levels in video mode: Auto f2.0 to f4.0, Auto f2.6 to f4.0, Fixed f2.8, and Starburst f4.0. You can adjust and select according to different scenarios. For nighttime recording, we recommend using the f2.0 to f4.0 aperture in Super Night mode for better shadow detail. We conducted a comparison test of Super Night mode on the Action 6 and Action 5 Pro. During Blue Hour, with both cameras in Super Night mode enabled, the Action 6's aperture was adjusted to f2 to f4, and both recorded 4K 60 frames per second footage. The comparison shows that the overall image from the Action 6 is similar to that of the Action 5 Pro, but closer inspection reveals differences in shadows and highlights. The Action 6 exhibits richer shadow detail and more natural highlight transition. Similarly, in Super Night mode, you can activate the f4 Starburst effect. Based on the Action 6 6-blade aperture design, stopping down the aperture creates a 6 starburst effect. Furthermore, using the camera with a macro lens offers a unique experience. With a macro lens, different icons correspond to different minimum focusing distances. When rotated to the flower icon, a minimum focusing distance of 11 centimeters is achieved, allowing for close-up capture of floral textures and subtle details. When rotated to the portrait icon, a focusing distance of 50 to 40 centimeters is obtained, providing a comfortable focusing range for everyday recording. When rotated to the mountain icon, as the name suggests, distant landscapes can be easily captured without removing the macro lens. Whether you choose to challenge your limits or record everyday life, it can add a different perspective and a touch of beauty to your memories. You can use handlebar clips or cycling chest straps to record your moments from a first-person perspective. You can also choose shoulder straps to measure every inch of ground your feet traverse. Use extension bars to broaden your horizons to see scenery you've never seen before, and use adhesive mounts to record every glide. In short, whatever you want, it can help you achieve it. In other words, if you own a DJI Mini Mic 2 or Mic 3, you can directly connect the Action 6 to the microphone transmitter without a receiver, enabling you to record cleaner sound using dual microphones. You can enable in-body audio backup in the sound settings to generate a separate audio file or save it as an additional audio track to the video file. It can act as a backup in case of any microphone malfunction. You can also choose to automatically enable internal recording after recording. This double protection always provides greater peace of mind. Besides the native dual connection support, Action 6 also supports 10-bit D-Log-M, which is shared with other DJI products. When paired with the DJI Pocket series and some DJI drones, this color mode can be used to achieve color consistency across multiple devices, facilitating post-editing and color grading. The in-body image stabilization will help you eliminate the biggest hassle of handheld shooting. We compared the effects of stabilization off Super Stabilization, Super Stabilization plus Horizon Correction, and Horizon Stabilization in the same scene. Overall, enabling stabilization resulted in varying degrees of cropping. Super Stabilization mode, when enabled, crops to an equivalent focal length of 11 millimeters, eliminating image shake while preserving the dynamism of motion, suitable for shooting most action scenes. Super Stabilization Plus mode, when enabled, crops to an equivalent focal length of 17 millimeters, offering greater cropping but superior stabilization performance. Horizon correction provides an equivalent focal length of 15 millimeters, eliminating horizon shake within 45 degrees to the left and right, making it more suitable for third-person shooting. Horizon stabilization mode, when enabled, achieves an equivalent focal length of 17 millimeters, eliminating roll shake within 360 degrees, compensating for any horizontal rotation while keeping the horizon level, and delivering 4K image quality. This generation also features new gesture controls, allowing you to press the record button from a distance. I actively tried this feature and it's quite interesting. Opening your hand starts recording and opening your hand again stops recording. However, it's important to note that when opening your hand, one side of your palm must be completely within the screen, especially in winter when long-sleeved clothing may obscure the view. Otherwise, the Action 6 won't be able to accurately recognize gestures. Additionally, due to the larger sensor, the Action 6 is slightly larger than the Action 5 Pro, but the overall design remains consistent with its predecessor. The side still features a USB-C port, a battery compartment, and a memory card slot. Storage has been slightly improved compared to the previous generation, with 50 gigabytes of internal storage and support for external micro SD cards up to 1 terabyte. Battery life remains the same as the previous generation, equipped with a 1950 milliamp hour battery, supporting 4 hours of 1080p video recording, which is more than sufficient for everyday recording. The weight has decreased from 146 grams to 149 grams, a negligible difference, maintaining its lightweight and portable nature. In short, from the 1.1-inch sensor to the variable aperture, from DJI ecosystem integration to diverse shooting options, every upgrade to the DJI Action 6 addresses the core need for better recording. It breaks the stereotype that action cameras are only suitable for extreme scenarios and can withstand the wind and rain outdoors, as well as capture warm moments indoors. Most action cameras on the market have fixed apertures, such as f1.5, f1.6, and f1.8. The Action 6, however, not only boasts a variable aperture, but also a maximum aperture of f2.0. Images shot in automatic aperture mode exhibit significantly better depth and detail in shadows. You'll notice the image appears noticeably cleaner. In the same scene, the f2 aperture increases light intake, and the Action 6 uses a 1/1-inch sensor, resulting in a substantial improvement in shadow performance. Shooting at 4K 60 frames per second, the initial impression is that both cameras produce similar images, but closer inspection reveals differences in color and detail. The GoPro 13 appears slightly grayish overall, while the DJI Action 6's image is more natural. In our 4K 60 frames per second test, the Action 6, benefiting from its 13.5 stop high mid-range range, produced significantly better sky shots than the GoPro 13, which is only 10 stops wider. The Action 6's image is also more delicate and smooth, resulting in a noticeable difference in overall visual effect. I've included comparison samples for you to see. In terms of image quality and color reproduction, the Action 6 is more convincing. This time, DJI has also introduced a new feature to the Action 6, macro shooting. The macro lens, combined with the large f2 aperture, achieves a shallow depth of field effect. A close look at the subject and background blur in the image reveals a significant improvement over the focus issues common in action cameras. In the Action 6's auto aperture mode, between f2 and f4, the camera automatically adjusts to the light conditions. For example, in bright light, it adjusts the aperture to f4, resulting in better overall detail. A super night mode will be available, supporting up to 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. Indoor performance is noticeable. The DJI Action 6 is one level brighter than the GoPro 13, and this brightness doesn't compromise detail. The overall image adjustment is more precise, and the difference is quite significant. Nighttime performance is as expected. GoPro action cameras have always struggled with night shooting, while the Action Re performs admirably, especially considering the Action 6's 1/1-inch sensor. In this image, while you can clearly see your hand in front of your face, the water surface on the GoPro 13 is completely black. The Action 6's large sensor and wide aperture combination allows it to compensate for even dark scenes. For example, in this image, the sky is almost invisible in the GoPro shot, but the Action 6 still performs consistently well. This is already past 9 p.m. From color to detail, from image quality to overall performance, the Action 6's night shooting performance is arguably the best among action cameras currently available. Therefore, thanks to its 1.1-inch sensor, f2 aperture, and super night mode, the DJI Action 6 truly unlocks the joy of night shooting with action cameras. Comparing side by side, the sensor area is 21% larger than the GoPro. This reminds me of the recently released Osmo 360, which also uses a custom sensor. DJI's recent new products are indeed quite impressive. The Action 6 adds a square sensor and a new feature, a 4K free cropping mode. Whether you hold it horizontally or vertically, you can shoot anywhere and then freely crop the image to 16:9, 9:16, 4:3, or 3:4. Crucially, this is lossless cropping. In running mode, both action cameras are comparable. Horizontal and vertical shaking is within acceptable limits. DJI's Horizon Stabilization function has been upgraded to 4K, so you'll find that even when shooting at an angle, the image remains level. In the battery life and heat comparison, while simultaneously recording at 4K 60 frames per second indoors for 30 minutes, the DJI surface temperature was 44 degrees Celsius, while the GoPro was 50 degrees Celsius. I was planning to finish the battery life test to see which lasted longer. The GoPro automatically shut down twice due to overheating. In the final test, the Action 6 recorded for 1 hour and 50 minutes at 4K 60 frames per second. Like most other products, its compatible accessories from these models remain interchangeable, including batteries and magnetic quick release connectors. The Action 6 also features an upgraded bi-directional magnetic quick-release connector, allowing for reversible insertion. Speaking of accessories, price is a crucial factor. With action cameras, you'll likely purchase various accessories, so price is a key consideration. Prices of accessories for DJI Action and GoPro Action camera series are consistent, and it's generally recommended to buy original manufacturer products, ensuring compatibility even with newer models. The DJI Action 6 still supports dual microphones, requiring no receiver and allowing direct connection. The GoPro 13 can also connect to third-party microphones, including DJI microphones. Overall, the Action 6's audio pickup is cleaner than the GoPro 13. If you need for professional shooting or social media use, pairing it with the DJI microphone will result in even cleaner and clearer audio. For those who want direct-to-screen footage, this is a good option. 6 filters are available, each with its own unique style. Especially this set of filters, the straight out of camera effect is very nice. Including this newly designed set of ND filters, ND8, ND16, ND30, even in strong sunlight, a quick comparison of various aspects such as wide angle distortion control, log mode, waterproofing, and other features allows for a clearer judgment. In the widest angle mode, the image area of the Action 6 and GoPro 13 is very similar, but the Action 6 has better control over wide angle distortion. Both are currently 10-bit in log mode, and with post-processing, the image quality is acceptable. A small detail is that, like the X V Pro, the Action 6 supports classic color reproduction. There is still a significant difference in skin tone when taking selfies. The GoPro 13 makes people appear darker with a spider-like effect due to poor algorithm, while DJI maintains a natural look. Personally, I feel the design of the Action 6 has a more DJI feel, looking very clean and refreshing. The DJI Action 6 weighs 149 grams in actual testing, while the GoPro 13 weighs 158 grams, both with excellent weight control. The Action 6 is waterproof to 20 meters without the body, while the GoPro 13 is waterproof to 10 meters. DJI has another advantage for underwater shooting. The camera sensor is still retained. The Action 6 features launch capability and gesture control, making it much better for solo users. The GoPro doesn't currently offer this. Overall, the DJI Action 6 represents a significant upgrade. From specifications to performance, from flaws to user experience, its overall performance is better. Therefore, the DJI Action 6 is undoubtedly the better choice for an action camera. If you urgently need one, just go for it.